Hello there. You're watching the Cheapest Chips channel. So, yeah. Hello there. You're watching the Cheapest Chips camping channel. Hey, we're in sunny Wolverhampton, and I don't know if you can see how dark or dull it's getting, but the evening is soon upon us. We're stealth camping today, which is my first one ever, in the back end of Essington, Essington Farm. Just off there, square patch of woods, which I'll show you on the map. It's a very small section, very small square. As you can see, this is a small section that then hits the main road, and then you have to follow the main road on the grass verge for about 500 yards, maybe more, and then it has another bridle path, a green path. I think they're called green lanes, which you're allowed to have access to, or it might be called green access. So what we're doing tonight is a stealth camp in a small square of woods. Around it are paths like this which you can take your dog on. It's just a public walkway that walks between the fields and the farms. And so this is my very first stealth camp, which a little nervous, which I suppose most people are. I've got a very heavy bag. Didn't realise how heavy I was going to make it. Obviously those with a lot of money have their Downs sleeping bags, which weigh next to nothing. I picked one so that I could use it in winter, really, because my basic aim was try to do this when the snow came, which was a little late because the last thing I bought was the tent, because my daughter was going to come with me and she was in an Arian, and in the end she decided she wasn't going to come with me. I was going to buy the Old Pro Pioneer 2, which is well recommended for two people, even one person. So what I've got with me now is the, let me think about it, the OEX blah 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 blah. I can't remember the name. Well, I'll point that out to you later. I'll show you all my equipment, food that I bought. Good night. Well, I'm looking forward to tonight. There you go. I'll get back to you in a bit. So we're coming to the end of the first path. We'll be joining the main road. I'll show you a little bit of the main road. We're coming to the end of it now. You see it's quite quiet down there, and quite quiet up here. But we have now a designated pathway here, pedestrians. So it's a bit of a walk up this grassy verge here, a bit loose underfoot, bit of a trip hazard. You gotta watch your step, so I'm going to get off camera for a bit. Yeah, so I thought I'd get back to you. There's this 500 yards that I mentioned earlier. It's not like a mile. And this backpack, when you see everything I've took out of it, you probably estimate it 12k, gotta be, because it is bloody heavy. I'm not much good with measurements. You've only got to ask my missus that. So, we're nearly there. But we're getting there now. I probably would have, if I'd had my camera on, probably would have had a blooper to show you where I got tangled up in some brambles. So here we are, crossing the road now. There's another green lane or green pathway. So we're coming up to that small area I talked about. There's the edge of it there, the left corner, and it's pretty much square when you look at the aerial map on Google Maps. So this is the last leg of the path. I'm going to keep my voice down a little because, as I said earlier, there are dog walkers. I want to try and keep off that beaten path. So the majority of them walk upon that ridge line there. And some do come down this way, this path leading back to the way I came. I've got to find a piece of clearing that hasn't got this holly in. That's going to rip my tent to shreds, isn't it? Far be it from me to deny you the laugh of that and the joke, but this is the Cheapest Chips channel, and I do everything on the cheap because I can't afford a lot. So far this is looking, that's a crazy looking tree there. I don't really want to step under it, but I'm gonna. So what you got over here is obviously farmers' fields. There's some cows there in the distance. A pathway over here, which I didn't actually realise last time that this was here. What I want to do is maybe walk through here. Some patches here without much in the way of holly. I think, to be honest, this bottom corner is probably my best bet that I've just walked past. May even have this area here. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. So, it doesn't look a lot there on camera, but that is mighty heavy. And I've had to carry that around as well. I do like my coffees. I've got a pot noodle for later. Pot noodle and a wink. night. I put these on. Olive paracords. Took off the orange paracords that come with it. A little bit more stealthy. It's so weird how on camera this looks brighter than it is. Believe me, when you get it, it looks a lot more olive than it's coming out on camera. I'm gonna have a walk over and just check what it looks like from a few metres away. I don't want to walk all the way up to where everybody else is. Yeah, well, what can you do? I was after a camo net. I've been looking for one on Facebook Marketplace. What the hell's this? Wow. Well, we've got no badgers tonight. Don't fancy them disturbing or eating their way through. So the first thing at the bag is official British Army pad. So that's the first bit done. Now on to my pillow and other airbed. Okay, so there's my little pump pillow. About £4 odd on Amazon. Maybe one day I'll go through everything, what the prices were on everything I bought. Strange noises in here. Can't place what it is. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Okay, so there's a pillow. You saw the other mat, and this is my more comfier bed. Hopefully I'll get a decent night's kip, because I am a side sleeper, and that's the reason I bought that extra one. So this is one of my larger ticket items. I did buy it a couple of years ago, so it was quite a lot of money. It was somewhere around £31, I think a lot more now, £40 or so. So it's a power bank, a clock, which has got AM PM, but also it has a neat little function, a little night light, and it will also tell you the temperature. So there we go. Probably a bit close to my head. So I'm on the way back to the camp. I've just realised I pressed the video, but didn't actually press record. So I'll go through that whole spiel again. My partner's just come and drove up, because it's only like 10 minutes from the house in the car. She came to the lay-by and passed me my stove. Didn't look best pleased, but hey ho. Suppose it happens to everybody on their first go, where they forget something. Looks untouched. My rucksack's sticking out there. Don't like how close that is. I'm going to see if I can pop it around that side there. See if I can squish it around. They are right about how small these are when it comes to your backpack. Once everything's out, they're all in your little tiny vestibule. So they're all right on that score. So that's my little treat to start the night off with. So I'm here, actually in the sleeping bag, and I'm out of breath because I've had to sort of shimmy into the sleeping bag. It's really tricky. It is so small. You wouldn't believe how small until you've been in one. It's like being almost in a coffin, but you know, you've got that head height, a little bit of head height there. But you can't bend around or anything in here. I think I've made the wrong mistake. I should have had the... I should have waited and got the old Pro. The Pioneer 2. So this is the phoxx 1 V2. They're quite expensive at the moment, about 90 quid. They were in the 50 region. So I felt lucky. I got this from somebody for 55 quid. Second hand. I suppose if I didn't bring a lot with me, might be alright. And if I had definitely had the down sleeping bag. This is quite a thick one. This is Vanguard Night Star 350, which I think is below. Is it? I think it might be 25, minus 25. I thought I'd buy something with a big minus drop on it, so when I do that snow and the winter days, it'll help keep me warm. But I'm fucking roasting at the moment. Sorry. So I'm flipping roasting at the moment. But I've got this cooling me down. Shit. Yeah. Allergies, diabetes. Old age, 51. But I'm cosy in this, and I think that's all you can ask for, I suppose. Coziness. It's just not comfy, in the fact that you haven't got any room and the comfort wise. This airbed's quite good. It seems to have decent side and back support. Head feels great on this mattress. It has got a built, not mattress. My head feels great on this air cushion, but the mat itself has got a built-in headrest. I may deflate this cushion down depending on how I sleep later. We'll see. Be back soon. So we're cooking water now. We'll see how long that takes, and I'll have my pot noodle with a couple of pieces of bread and maybe a coffee after. So I think trying to actually eat this is going to be totally difficult. It's just going to be nigh on impossible to eat it inside the tent. So if anybody else is in the same, going to be in the same predicament, especially when it's raining. I mean, it's not even raining yet, and it's supposed to have rained, I think, at 5 o'clock, but it hasn't. But if they do, and you've got this tent, you need to set up a tarp above it, or to give you a decent vestibule so that you can sit underneath. At the moment, I'm sort of half in the tent, half out. So you just can't. It's just not possible. I'll probably be eating this pot noodle either sat on my mat outside of the tent, or I might just eat it standing up. The wildlife in here is brilliant. Sound of the birds chirping. Lovely. Can't stand their Bombay bad boys. They haven't really got the taste that the standard spicy curry one's got. Turn the gas up a bit. Probably chuck some more water in. Should be enough in there for a coffee. So I've just made this coffee. Forgot that it was on the stove, so it was absolutely roasting. Put my lips around the edge of the cup and nearly scalded myself. So I'm gonna have to let it cool down a bit. The cup, not the drink. Well, the woods are coming alive now. And I don't know if you could hear that. That was an owl. So it's 11 o'clock at night now, and it's time to hit the sack.
Morning. It's 6:10, and for the last half an hour just had crows or all sorts of birds and hooting off oil, owls. Just not been able to get at least another hour. So I'm awake now. It was half decent night, to be honest. Little tiny rain. That sounds nice now. Birds chirping. The crows are just annoying, so annoying. But I was very comfortable. Quite enjoyed it. Still tight in here. Really tight. Barely have enough room to move. But I slept alright on my side, slept alright on my back. Yeah, so I'll get motivated in a bit. Make myself a cup of coffee and wake up, and then yeah, go home. I think I might stop by Mackey's, get myself a muffin. So it's been a few minutes since I've actually got out, got dressed. I've got the stove on now. Took me morning ablutions, and I'll wait for this nice cup of coffee. Well, it ain't great coffee. Just tastes a bit cheap. It's alright. It'll warm me up. And then I'll strip down the tent, pack my stuff together, get on the road. Lovely jubbly. Can't remember if I said on camera last night about an issue with the stove wouldn't light. Seems to have sorted that out now. I think it was a little stiff, so it's making contact with one of the legs that holds up your pan. It doesn't seem to have had an issue this morning, just sparked from the top where it should do, from the igniter. Might have bent it, maybe. First using it. Don't know what I'm doing, do I? Who does? Getting a bit light now. Looks lighter on camera. Yeah, so my hands were getting cold, so I've made myself another drink. Put that on the boil now. Nearly stripped down. Got my mats in the bag, laptop. A pack of beef jerky there still. I might just eat that because I've just realised that I haven't got my wallet. So I can't walk past McDonald's and get a lovely muffin. So there you go. Bit of protein.
breakfast. Shame it's not a McDonald's. Got me all done now, spitting down a bit. A wet walk home. I haven't checked the weather. Might come down a bit harsh later, don't know. But them's the breaks. So I'm all packed up. I didn't realise, I'll point you down there if I can see it, yeah. I didn't realise there's a bit of litter here. I'm too heavy backpacked at the moment to take anybody else's rubbish with me. I did notice in this area that I did my ablutions. You see there? Somebody been drinking around here. Fortunately for me, it wasn't last night. That would have given them a surprise. Would have given me a surprise. So, let's go for this walk. I'll take you with me. All in all, that was a very enjoyable night. And I think you get a lot of YouTubers saying that you should just get your sleeping bag and your tent, a cheap tent, and just try it out. But I think unless you've got that comfort, knowing full well that your tent is 3,000 or 5,000 in my case, you got that rain protection. You don't want to take any risk that could put you off. But look out there on Facebook Marketplace, Spock, anywhere else, Gumtree, Pre-Loved, any sites like that. Oh, squirrel! Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, find the cheapest stuff you can, but make sure you get some quality. Make sure you get some quality. Do your reading up. I mean, took me quite a while to get this kit together, because as I said before, you've got your what you can and what you can't afford. So instead of rushing trying to buy everything all at once, I bought it in little pieces. Now that track there, it is like a dog walker's track, and there's an estate over the back there. So people start from the estate and then come all down here, and then obviously that's heading where I came in, and we are going to follow the track this way. Yeah, so back to economy really, what you can afford. If you're like me, you got to do it on the cheap, which is probably the best idea anyway, because you don't know if you're going to like it. I was blatantly saying to my missus, yeah, I'm going to keep this up as a hobby, and I tried to convince myself, and I am now, because last night was a really good experience, and I want to do it all again. So, cows over there. But the offshoot of this now is that tent is just too small for my body frame. You're talking quite a very thin frame guy, maybe 13 stone max, maybe 14, to be comfortable in there. But that all depends on these bags as well and your mat. If you're comfortable lying on a very small mat, very thin mat, then you've got you've probably got that little bit more height. Now I've had to add an extra 3-inch height due to my inflatable mattress. There you go. Here's about that then. Just give me the stare. I might have had one of his cousins for breakfast just. Did say Irish beef and British beef. Yeah, fell asleep straight away, so 11 o'clock till probably 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning when those birds woke me up. That's not a bad bad amount of sleep, is it? 6.5 hours, that's what I get when I go to work. Those crops, I suppose. Or just plain grass, I don't know. Don't know much about agriculture. I know what that is there. And what I'm talking about now might be a load of him on it. Played any darts lately, mate? So, oh, here we go. First dog walker. This track's not as bad as the one I came up on, which was a lot thinner. Oh, dog's not taking kindly. Is he all right? You all right?
Morning.
You all right, mate?
Pop, pop.
Seemed pleasant enough. Just wanted to bark. Pretty dry. But my hands are freezing. And well, not so much now. Not since I've had the gloves on. I've got the gloves back on. These are some old paintball gloves. Nice hard wearing things. I've had to cut a hole in this one. So as you can see, that's the accident at work years and years ago. Getting quite close now. You see, had plenty of storm damage where I was, and yeah, now look. You don't really appreciate it until you're out here. I like me a bit of nature. Don't know much about it. I'd like to be out in the fresh air. That's what all this was about, really. I did want the comfort. I think everybody wants to be comfortable. I mean, summer, I don't know what I'll do then. Because if I do get a decent tent, might be completely wringing wet inside from the condensation. This bag is actually a lot more comfortable now. I didn't realise just about before I was putting it on, you've got an adjustment thing at the back, an adjustment strap. Don't know if anybody knows, but similar to mole, that's used in the military. Yeah, so you can select which slat to tie it in. Now yesterday it was really digging into my shoulders, and now it's probably 50 to 70% more comfortable than it was yesterday. I didn't realise there's a higher setting, so you can take it right to the top, almost to the top of the bag. So the weight seems to be hanging sort of off your back, your hips, rather than all on your shoulders. So yeah, so all your weight sort of hangs down, instead of all the weight on the shoulders, which that's all I can do to explain that. Go. That's an anti-drug sign, but there's something else underneath, which I think denotes the track ID, maybe. Monix. Yeah, I can't read that. The Monix. Oh, the Monix Way. You've probably got that before me. Now we've got a sign for less than 20% battery. Don't matter. So there you go. So it's like an official walk. I've gone all the way from where you can see the mist come through that. So we've come to that gate now. Okay, so we're coming to the road. We're travelling down there, and I'm going home. So, I hope that was enjoyable for you more than me, because I enjoyed it. So that would mean that you really enjoyed it. You might not. You might just think, "I'm subscribing to him anymore. He's rubbish." But if you like it, there'll be more content to follow. I don't know how often, because I don't know when her indoors will let me out. We got this planned, we got that planned, blah blah blah. But it's something I want to do again. So when I do, there'll be a video to accompany it. I'll sign off by saying this was the cheapest chips camping channel. Try saying that with a few beers. And I bid you adieu, and ta-ra for a bit.